Mine's included.
As is mine.
Excuse me, Salty.
Yes.
Is there any way you can make the party invite only so random people don't join?
Yeah, give me a second. I've been meaning to do that. Party controls.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, just an extra precaution.
Alright. Alright, about to post the link. Hold on a second. Copy. Alrighty, I sent you the link.
Alright, it's been posted in our
Alright.
main chat, Ivan.
Let's get this party started, shall we?
Sir?
Alright, gents.
Ready when you are.
Thank you for joining us on the stream today. If you want to go ahead and introduce yourselves with the name, rank, and unit.
Alright, my name is Ivan of Death, 65, Captain of 5th Force Reconnaissance Company.
I am First Lieutenant Caesar's Legion, 26, of the 5th Force Reconnaissance Company.
Tell us about 5FR. Let me rephrase that. Tell us about 5FR. Like, what started it? What have you guys been doing since the founding of 5FR to now?
Well, we started from the ground up. Myself, Ivan, and our other first lieutenant. We've just been focusing on recruiting and building ourselves as a unit to be able to represent a force reconnaissance company as accurately as we possibly can. That's what we feel Milsim is all about.
Alright, rock on. And you guys are a BF4 Milsim, correct?
That's correct.
Alright, so let's start with this question. What are your thoughts on the BF4 Milsim community?
I think it's just a community of a bunch of guys that really enjoy Milsims. They provide valuable insight to being able to more accurately simulate in the Milsim environment. There are some views that we disagree with, but you'll have that with any community that has a large group of people.
Granted, with that, there's a billion points of views, and all about how you take it and how to learn from it.
Yeah. I mean, it seems like with everyone in one community, it's always going to be someone butting heads.
Oh, of course.
Alright. Any thoughts on the BF1 side of the house?
We typically try to stay away from the Battlefield 1 Milsim environment, as we don't have any grounding in Battlefield 1. So to provide any points of view on that particular community we wouldn't be able to provide any accurate insight to it because we don't have a unit that is on Battlefield 1.
Alright. I was gonna ask if there's any plans on moving to BF1, but I seen we already covered that question. Next question I have. Are there any problems that you see in the Milsom community that could be fixed?
Just the, as far as I'm concerned, just the hostile engagements over what I view as, potentially stupid things. Personally, we had a problem with being able to change our tags. There's a lot of tags in the community that have been taken or claimed by other units, and I can see their point of view on it, as in real life, those units are subordinate to the unit that is claiming it. But, you know, to be able to welcome more units into the community and get a broader Milsom range, letting some of those tags go or letting other units claim the tags would provide more individuals in the community that want to engage in Milsom.
Alright. What do you think causes the most problems in the Milsom community? Besides everyone claiming tags and stuff.
Personally, what I see is a lot of people, like how you were saying before, when they're butting heads, they're always pointing fingers, information gets tossed around. Honestly, I think if people used a little bit of brain power or more brain power to actually process and think and see things through, they'll be able to actually see past like the petty stuff and actually get to like what it actually is. Like if someone was, for example, poaching someone, that's a real thing to get involved in for potential conflict. Hostile, in a server, shooting at the enemy, or just verbally in a party. I mean, other than that, there's like, I'd say the petty stuff, like name calling, just tiny threats. Other than that, I mean, problems with the Milsom community, I think it's just information-wise. People just need to get that set straight. Because they always lead to one thing or another.
Alright. Another question I have is... Yeah, I just asked it. Fucking shit. I'm not even that drunk. I just asked you, what do you think causes the most problems, correct?
Yes.
Okay, I'm not even drunk and I'm already forgetting stuff. Oh, man. It's been a long day for me. But, next question is your unit in any wars or conflicts at the moment?
We try to keep a friendly basis with most units.
Alright. Seen the chat put the beer down. I'll put the beer up. Alright. Next question is I guess it's one of our honest questions that we always like to hear the honest answer from everyone. You can speak your mind, and the question is, who do you think makes the most trouble in the Milsom community?
Ooh, that's a tough one.
I'll speak first. Personally, what I see is always usually how I see it is there's one person did something, something minor, something major that causes another individual to get mad at them. We see it all the time in the Muslim community. Someone PMs someone, or who should PM someone, but they tag it out for about, 205 people to see. Most of the time, I could care less, because if it's not directed towards me, I'm not going to get involved. But I know there's other people who, opinions are opinions. no matter the facts. And when one person points a finger, another person will hop in the bandwagon and do the same thing. So personally, unless it's directly related to someone and there's 110% clear evidence there, then personally, I think anyone who, says the word or anything could potentially spark something. Because I've seen conversations go between two units just talking it out and another person saying something and it just sparking a whole new conflict. I've seen it many times. Granted, it was a long last time ago, but I don't see a specific thing happening unless a specific person does it. Like for example, I see a bunch of people pointing out, just name. Hell, I couldn't even give you a name. There's so many. I mean, that's my point of view on it.
Personally, I don't think it's one unit or one individual that causes the most trouble. I think it's whatever happens to be that particular day. I've been in the community for quite some time now, and it's always one individual or another individual that have done something to irritate or vex another unit. Recently it was the 86th or SFSG. It's just a matter of which unit it's going to be that particular day.
Alright.
Like Ivan said, that's my point of view.
It's all welcome. Oh shit. Alright, next question I have is, what do you wish to see changed in the Milsim community?
Just overall less petty nonsense and more focusing on setting up a friendly basis with other units and giving new upstarts the opportunity to create their units and grow themselves so that we have a bigger foundation for Milsim, because it's been thrown around that the Milsim environment on Battlefield 4 is dying, and I'm the last person that wants to see that happen. So providing new individuals the ability to create a unit and build and experience the community and what we have to offer in the community would be something I would like to see change.
Personally, what I would like to see changed in the Milsim community is the whole goal of Milsim on Battlefield 4 and video games in general is to basically a fun environment on that specific game. It's supposed to be a way to simulate how actual real-life forces would fight, what they use, their ranking systems, all the structures. It's meant to give the game a little bit more of a purpose. And sometimes, actually about 99% of the time, that's happening. It's a fun environment, raids, operations, JTOs, even trainings. What it's all meant to be. But sometimes there's that 1% where it's just based on, he said, she said, and then it just turns into not even Milsim anymore. It's just an argument. And personally, I'd like to see, not saying like two people get into an argument, come raid my unit because you said this. Personally, I don't see if we're gonna do Milsim, I don't know why we would raid someone because someone called me a douchebag or some shit like that. See, words are words; they shouldn't hurt.
I just seen in the chat that I guess you guys have a member named Squid.
Yes we do. XX Blue Squids.
There could one.
Yeah, he's a good guy. They're all valued members of our unit. He's been with us for, oh boy, close to the start he joined.
Yeah, he's been with me about a year and a half now in the community.
Someone give me my trident. I'm gonna stab a motherfucker. A little bit ago, I think it was just after the post, about say 30 or some odd minutes ago. We received, I'm not sure what it is exactly, but apparently there's been recent conflicts within the 5FR unit. Apparently someone's got dishonorably discharged for what was being said a mutiny or some sort.
Yes.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure what the hell's going on, but I'm just not. I just received this like a little bit ago. If you would like, I can read it for you.
I know what you're talking about. To clear that up for anyone that's listening to this, or yourself, I've seen mutiny happen, so I know what the first mutiny are. And one individual desired a much higher rank than what they deserved. So they went behind command staff's back and attempted to get our lowers to sign a type of petition or complaint towards a few different topics like the rank system or things like that. So once that was accomplished, they would, I guess the goal was to send it to myself or Ivan, and that's the first step to a mutiny. Getting mass numbers of signatures on a petition like that is the first step to mutiny, because that's the way I saw it happen the last time. You get a bunch of signatures like that on a complaint, and the thought process goes from filing a complaint to, oh look, we have all of these members backing us now, so why don't we just the current command staff and make our own? That I classify as mutiny. And that's something that not only my unit doesn't tolerate, but I feel no unit should tolerate.
Granted, with that, I think background of that would be those specific individuals who felt that, you know, they didn't have the rank attuned to their job. And honestly, what I would say to that is, it's your freaking job. Your job is to train. Everyone's job is to recruit. And given time and experience, that's how you get promoted. And a week of doing something results in a much higher rank, which honestly, I think in any unit that doesn't happen. Honestly, I think it was just a big, what's the word I'm looking for? Misinterpretation of what the jobs were and how they should be ran. Honestly, the mistake I made was appointing a few individuals to jobs where I didn't realize could have taken a step further to, having further discuss it, like right now. I mean, yeah, it's pretty much that.
For our unit, we focus more on billet than we do on rank. We want to see your job be done, be accomplished, and do it effectively before we appoint you any higher position. For example, we've brought in members and appointed them to certain positions based on their MILSIM experience. We want effective leaders, so individuals that we know are effective leaders, we're going to appoint to lead. It just makes sense. It's common sense. So we're going to appoint them to lead the individuals and train the individuals that don't have the experience so that they can get the experience, rather than appointing, say, a corporal or whatever who doesn't have as much experience to a position of leadership, because that's how, like, basic command, it's just basic command. It's how that gets screwed up, and then it results in misinformation, misdirection, and an overall headache for the entire unit. And some individuals just didn't understand that.
Yeah, I'd like to throw in there, it's more of a, honestly, because since I'm the CEO of the unit, I know exactly how everything's supposed to be ran within a Marine Corps company. So, with that being said, Caesar here is the executive officer. I am the commanding officer. I delegate authority to him to run the unit, just as I would. And he delegates it through the platoon commanders, and they do it, through the squad leaders, platoon sergeants. They should all know how it's supposed to be done. But somewhere within there was a miscommunication about something, and I guess someone didn't like what I said, or Caesar said, or what we did, or what we don't do. Personally, I think a leader is responsible for everything that happens or fails to happen. So ultimately, I take responsibility for everyone's action. Granted, my own action was mistaken by putting that person in a specific spot.
I may have just zoned out for a minute. What spot? Ah.
The specific person that was about the main cause, but I know that there's a few people involved. I'm not going to give names, but I will give the billet. The main person was a senior drill instructor, and their rank was gunnery sergeant. And they felt they should have higher because they were, quote unquote, doing everything. And, as responded from command, which is myself, Caesar, and all the other officers who are senior to this individual, basically said, that's your job. You're supposed to do that.
Your phone's vibrating like a motherfucker in here. Smoke pen. Yeah, I seen Bad Company just trying to light up the chat, but everyone's welcome here. But someone's gonna come in and start spamming the chat, going, "Snotty's pig and Sif are back. Tell the community to watch their backs." Blah blah blah, and they're spamming that same message over and over again. And they're gonna get banned from the chat until an appropriate time, as I deem necessary, to bring them back or allow them back. Not bring them back, but more of allow them back to where they can act accordingly. But, Joe Lily, thank you for your time, man. Not sure what else to discuss here. But, oh shit, hold on, before we go, gents, I did happen to see the recent raid between 5FR. 5MR was there with you guys and MJK. Were you guys in there with tagging along with 5MR, or were you initially make contact with MJK?
We went along with 5MR. We were assisting 5MR.
Ah.
So, given the circumstances, we weren't technically against MJK. I mean, with an alliance document, we are obligated to assist 5MR. All that the parties are out of the question. That was the only reason why we fell in.
Yep, we have nothing against any of the units that participated. We were required by our document to assist 5MR when they requested support. So, that's what we did.
Why would a big unit like that need support, though? I mean, don't they have enough people or something?
I mean, that falls more on them. We are also a bigger unit. We have more men than 5MR does.
RIP.
So, them requesting support really didn't phase my unit at all. We pulled in what we could, and all units fought with respect and honor, and they held out for as long as they possibly could. So for that, they have my respect.
I was on the ground. It's more of helping out, but it was a good fight nonetheless.
Also, I think after the raid, members of MJK, PM Caesar, I believe it was a few of them were saying how, it was actually pretty fun, regardless of the facts or the stakes. It was meant to be fun, ultimately, and that's what the other side brought to our attention.
I had a couple of members from MJK message me and say they were giving my unit compliments on how we held the spawn trap, and they
I
definitely
seen
threw us
that.
some surprises.
That was nuts. I mean, that
Yes, it was.
the spawn was just blown to shit.
That is one of the things we do.
Alright, gentlemen, and that's all we got for today. Thank you again for taking time out of your day to us on the stream today. Like always, like everyone that comes on here, they're always welcome back on the stream if you need, if you wanted to say something or we'll pop you questions on stream, just BS or whatnot.
Yeah, 5FR is always willing to discuss topics or anything related.
Drunk discussions. I mean, that's one of the. Anyone's been watching this for a while, drunk sometimes, and just start babbling away about some stupid shit.
Yeah, that's perfectly alright, man.
Yeah. Alright, gentlemen. Everyone watching, if you're tuning in, this stream will be up on YouTube in a few moments. Well, probably around midnight tonight it'll be up. That's the latest I can give you.
Alright.
Alright,
I'll
thank you for
have
having
my
us.
man watch it. It's been a pleasure.
Alright, no problem. Alright, man. Enjoy.
You as well.
Good night.